Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lipedema Wellness Conversations with Gail. That would be me and friends. And my friend today is Tamara Carroll. Hi, Tamara. How are you?
Hey, so happy to be here. Thank you.
Oh, it is so good. It is so good to see you. And I know those people who are joining in today after my announcements from last week that I'm no longer going to be the community manager with Lipedema Simplified. So many of you said goodbye to me last week, and I really appreciate it. Really appreciate all the heartfelt wishes. I've gotten private comments and emails and you name it. I have had the most loving responses for people wishing me on my way. And but we had something pretty spectacular happening because, believe it or not, I'm here again. I mean, I tell people I'm like mold. You clean me off and I show back up. Well, um, I am not going to stick around like mold. Um, I'm going to be having a mold remover that's going to keep me gone. How's that?
You'd never be mold.
And 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 what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to the amazing Tamara Carroll, who is going to be taking my time slot for the live. So I would love everybody to send Tamara some love. It looks like this. Hearts look like this, or thumbs up, depending on which platform you're on. But give Tamara some love.
Thank you. That's fun.
Anyway, let's see who. Nancy Smith. She's here from Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and Marilee's here from the Northwest. And Julie's here from North Carolina. Julie's a neighbor of yours, pretty much, isn't she, Tamara?
Yes. Love her.
So Tamara, we're going to be changing the name of this time slot, and it's going to be your name. So I'm going to put it up there so that everybody can see what your new show is called. It's not called New. It's called Life with Lipedema. Loved, valued, treasured. So that's your byline, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. That's kind of been my my thing that I love to express, that people are loved, valued, and treasured. And when I was thinking about the Lipedema sisters and the tribe and the people who surround us, I just couldn't join this live stream without putting those words in.
Right. Yeah. And it's been amazing. I've known you for 4 months. You
Since
came at the
April.
the last April, May, June, July, August. Yeah. So I've known you for 4 months, and you've been a guest on the show,
Yes.
and it's quite amazing because you're not just a um, member of the tribe, but you have a blog.
Yeah, I do.
And your blog is called Beautifully Curved by Tamara Carroll. Can you kind of tell me a little bit about the blog that you do and why you called it Beautifully Curved?
I would love to. When I joined the tribe was actually last April when I attended the conference. And like most of us, we've had this disease for, if not our whole lives, at least since we were teenagers. And like many of us, we have had those struggles with the doctors that are shaming us and making us feel like just go lose weight. And why can't you lose weight? And if you only lose weight and all of that. And then some of us have had bullying, I'm sure, growing up, called names. I remember even being a young woman in my 20s, and a nickname was Tushy Tammy. And everybody thought it was so funny because I had this big booty. And, but, you know, it was hurtful. It was really, really hurtful. And so, you know, just our own self images, you know, we try to fit in and, you know, try all of the diets. I've tried all the diets, and I'm sure all of us have tried all of the diets. And I couldn't figure out why, even when I lost 70 pounds once, I still had a really big bottom. And I call them my angel wings. And there you go.
Yeah,
And
well, yep.
yeah, and my thighs, I mean, I've been called thunder thighs, you know, in high school. And so I couldn't, um, I couldn't, you know, come to terms with that. And for so many years, I would beat myself up, mentally, emotionally, physically. I mean, I did some really drastic diets to try to get this weight off. And then when I went to the conference, the Heart to Heart conference in April, I didn't even know if I had it or not. I didn't know if I had lipedema, but I learned so much in those 3 days. It was just so overwhelming to me how much I learned. And I started doing, I had been doing research on lipedema prior as well because I had heard it. And so when I gave it a name and I heard it wasn't my fault, it was just like, whew, you know, that was just like, I can now accept my body just as it is. And then I joined some of the lipedema groups and on Facebook, and my heart was breaking because I would hear women talk about, I hate my body, or I hate my legs, or my flaws, or at one time I was asking some questions for my blog of some ladies that were in one of my local groups. And there was a lot of, my body betrayed me. And then I said, what is your favorite part of your body? And one sweet lady said, my wrist, because it's small. And that just broke my heart. I can't begin to tell you how that affected me. And so I started thinking about, how can I have a voice in this? And how can I help women to love their bodies? And how can we just celebrate our bodies? And so I started thinking about things like, I don't want to call my body bulges. That's just ugly, right? And so I started thinking kind of outside the box. And so I said, well, what can I call it? And I thought, how about baubles? Because baubles are fun. You know, we think about fun jewelry, and baubles are just fun. So I don't consider my body to have bulges. It has baubles. And that's something fun. That's like blingy, right? and and so I started thinking bumps, curves, and bobbles, and beautifully curved, and just really being able to see ourselves as the beautiful women and young women that we are, and just a way to celebrate instead of putting ourselves down. And then that also comes in with the loved, valued, and treasured.
Yeah. So because we narrate our own lives, right? We tell the story of our life. Our
Mhm.
bodies tell the story of our history. No matter what, they tell the story of our history. And so having beautiful, delightful, joyful phrases, adjectives for our bodies makes our bodies happier
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
their story has joy.
Mhm.
Even during the hard times, we can find joy. So that makes a lot of sense.
Right. And even this morning, I have to tell you, because I blogging, it was partly for my journey, and I was bringing people along if they wanted to learn about lipedema. But even this morning, as I was getting ready, I found a new fold on my leg. I'm gonna get emotional. And it would have been really easy for me to be really negative about it. It was just like, really? And then I thought, no, it's a new love dimple. That's what I named it. And then as I was getting ready for your show tonight, I was getting ready and I thought, well, in my mind, I started to say, well, that's as good as it's going to get. And instead, I caught myself, because I have to live, I have to walk my talk, right? And I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you're looking pretty good for 64. So, I just want to be an encouragement to women, that look like us, that are like us, that have the same feelings as us. And yeah, I have another love dimple. That's what it
Yeah.
is. So.
No, I seem to be losing my. I keep going black. So if I freeze or disappear, take over for me, okay, Tamara? Okay.
Hopefully you'll stay for the end of the show.
But what I love what you have to say. It's like we can look at it and we can grieve or mourn or scold or something like that. But then if we think of our bodies as these precious gifts that we've been given, this precious vessel that
Mhm.
is carrying us through these times today. Now that's a hard thing, and it's all woo woo.
Mm. Oh no, I think she froze again.
Oh, it's okay. I'm
There
here.
you
I'm
are.
here. I'm
Okay, good.
blipping in and out. I'm hoping my husband's not doing this with the modem on off on off.
Oh,
So so when I think about it, what I've been learning, and I learned it from the great Nina Manelson. We took a class from her about body peace. And I say we, meaning some of us in the lipedema simplified community. One of the things that she talks about is how do we address our bodies?
mhm.
How do we identify our bodies when we speak to others or speak even to ourselves?
Right.
And so, one of the things that she said was by calling our bodies, if our bodies are her,
Mhm.
calling them by who they are, using words are important, even pronouns,
Yes.
So I have spent about a year trying to remember to say something about my body. She's pretty tired right now.
Mhm. I like
That's
that.
totally different than this is my body and it's tired.
It. I don't
This is
like it. I can't
no,
call my body it.
by calling our body it takes all of the humanity out
Mhm.
of her
Mhm.
when I do that, right? And my body is deserving of being called her.
Mhm.
I wouldn't call you it.
Right.
I would call you her because that's the pronoun that you prefer to be called.
Mhm.
We wouldn't call our grandbaby it
Mhm.
or our even our dogs.
Right?
We call them she and he, right? But we call our bodies it? That doesn't make sense. And when
Mhm.
I finally came to that conclusion, I was able to say to Catherine when she said, "How are you doing?" This was in February. She said, "How are you doing?" I said, "I'm really doing well." For the first time in my life, I could truly say I love my body. She's
Mm.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does she look like another person's body? Nope. She looks like
Mm-hmm.
mine.
Mm-hmm.
This is who she is. And even our, when we think about our parents, that as they've aged, or we think about some of our friends, our relatives, or people that we love as they age, we don't criticize their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right.
struggle.
Exactly.
They struggle going up steps. We don't go, "Geez, what's wrong with your body? Get it going." We don't do that.
Yes.
That's
Right.
cruel. That's cruel and uncaring and unkind. And so I've it it was like 64 years it took me to get to this. Well, no, I can't say that because I bet you anything I loved my body for the first 5 or 6 years of my life. Especially when I found my belly button and my toes. I'm sure I loved my body at that time in my life. By the way, I don't have a belly button, I have a belly cave, and I'll tell you what, there's all kinds of stuff growing in it. No, I'm just kidding. But I'll tell you, it's just been a change. Change in narration makes a huge difference in your life.
Mm-hmm. It does in all aspects.
Yes, yes. So I love that. I love that you've called your body, you've identified it as being beautifully curved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And with that, I also know that when you see my body, you will see her as beautifully curved, right? And knowing that makes me feel loved
Mm-hmm.
and valued
Mm-hmm.
and treasured,
Mm-hmm.
right? When we're beautiful, when we're curved, when we're delightful. So that's amazing. And I cannot wait to pop in and watch your show. So
Yep.
because I know
Mhm.
I'll be in the background. I might not identify myself because I've already told so many people, yeah, you're not going to see much of me. I just need to, for example, I need to step back a bit, and I'll tell the audience, I'll tell you, Tamara, why I must step back. If I don't step back and let the community be without me for a little bit, I'm going to get in there and try to fix things. I'm going to
Mm.
not let you be you. Right? I need to let your show be your show. Not go, oh Tamara, don't do it that way. I don't think I would, but
Yeah.
I don't even want the temptation. So I'll watch your replays.
Okay.
I'll let you know that you are how wonderful you are.
Oh, you're sweet.
Um, always, because you are amazing. And I know that the people who know me, I mean, I just got something from Julie Rose like, Gail, I didn't expect to see you today. So I don't know who she was expecting to see. But who can she expect to see next Tuesday? Who are you going to have on the show next Tuesday?
Well, next week I'm going to have Catherine Seo, who is our founder of Lipedema Simplified. And one of the, for lack of a better word, I don't want to say a mission statement because that sounds like something from the 70s, but one of the goals that I have on the show is to dive deeper. And, many of us have been in leadership for years and years, and we have many achievements. But I want to really dive deep into what does it mean to feel valued? And what does it mean to be loved? And what does it mean to be treasured? And sometimes that has to do with um, as we feel people relate to us, but how do we feel about ourselves? and how can we get there? So I told Catherine I'm not going to give her any questions ahead of time. So a little bit of a surprise for everybody joining the show, but it will be very, very deep, very authentic, just diving deeper into those thoughts about how can we feel valued and how can we feel loved and what does it mean to feel treasured and how can we do that with our bodies whether we are there or not, right? So it's that transition, it's that being in the hallway. So you got this door and this door, and a lot of us are in the hallway still, and that's good. I
Yeah.
mean, that's good. You're in the hallway, you're
Right.
recognizing it, and you're in the hallway. But when you move from one place that's maybe not so great and go through the other door, you're in that hallway. It just, I think, with the conversations and connecting with each other and just exploring, with each other and building that trust with one another, and maybe even bringing in some different speakers that can, show us different ways that we can value our own bodies for self-care. That's kind of my goal. But I'm starting with Catherine, and I'm really thrilled about getting to know her on a deeper level. And then I'll be talking with some of the other of the leadership and some of the heart guides and people in the tribe and some outside ladies as well that are in some of my other lipedema groups. So that's really my goal, to be able to celebrate and dive deep into some real authentic kind of conversations that make us think.
Right, right. And I was going to say we have Becky who's here, and the question that or the comment that she placed talks exactly about that. This is all pretty new to me, she says. I'm having so much depression about it. I
Mhm,
don't want to go to our class reunion. I just want to hide. I have gone from stage 1 to stage 3 in a little over a year.
mhm,
And when you have these feelings, you do just want to hide. You become isolated, and to get help, um, feeling valued,
mhm,
feeling loved.
mhm.
Sometimes it's just knowing it. I mean, you might know you're loved, you might not feel it, but
Correct.
there are people who love me. I don't know why. You got the blinders on. You can't figure out why, and it's like, but it causes such great anxiety to step
Mhm,
out and go, but the last time they saw me, I was thin and I could walk better. And and I mean, I know, hey, this
mhm,
one's been there, right? In fact,
mhm,
um, I can tell you truthfully that Julie Stewart went to her high school class reunion, her 55th, and she spread the word about having lipolymphedema
mhm,
and the support she got from um, old school friends and new ones on Facebook that she didn't even know back in
mhm,
school. So wonderful. She she sang at her high school reunion, um,
mhm,
with I wanna say a band. She had a little punk group or something like that, and, I guess a punk group, punk band that she played with in high school. I don't know. I could not tell you. Maybe it was a bluegrass hootenanny band. I have no idea what she would call it. Um, but, she had courage, which it takes for us to deal with every single day.
mhm,
She said, "Okay, I'm doing this. I'm going to this 55-year reunion." And she talked about that class reunion for weeks. About this person reached out and said, "Oh my word, you were amazing. You have this, your light is shining bright." And nobody like tore into her. Well, if you just lose weight or whatever, she was using her rollator. She needed
mhm,
help navigating. some of the terrain, stairs and stuff like that. She went and then she spread the word about lipedema and lipolymphedema.
Mhm.
And it takes courage, but it also takes trusting yourself that that that's the place that you belong. And
Mhm.
that's really very difficult.
Yeah, I was just going to add, just live your moments and think about it that there's other people who have aged. We're not going to be comparing, look at so and so. It's not going to happen. Go find yourself a beautiful outfit and something that's colorful that makes you feel good about yourself. Don't be looking at like, oh, my thighs are too crunchy, to wear this. Just find a beautiful outfit and wear it with confidence and go to see your friends and no hiding. Everybody, they're not really looking at us. They're connecting heart to heart with their friends
Yeah.
and just enjoy your moments. Don't have any regrets.
And yeah, and I can tell you, Lisa's here. Lisa's um in on the leadership team. She's CEO of Lipedema Simplified, and she's saying hi to Tamara and Gail. Hi, Lisa. But she went to Potsdam, Germany last October, and when she was there, she she was going to a gala. Okay, so I thought about, oh, what would I wear to a gala? And she found a beautiful dress that was sleeveless, right? That fit her well, and that she rocked it. I mean, she
Mhm.
rocked it.
She's
Um, and
beautiful.
she says the gala I wore to the dress. No, the dress I wore to the gala changed my life. So here she was in all of her beautiful, glorious self. And she went to that gala,
Mhm.
right? In this beautiful, sleeveless, well fitting, flowy dress. And she looked amazing. And it wasn't floor length. It
Oh,
showed her legs as well. Beautiful wrap dress. It looked like a wrap dress to me, Lisa. Um, and it had a gorgeous neckline. Now you think about how many of us go, "Oh, I look so much better in a V-neck than a
mhm,
turtleneck," or,
mhm,
"Oh, look at this cute chunky jewelry," or
mhm,
maybe wear that pearl that strand of pearls. I have a strand of pearls, or
mhm,
that opal that you found, that gorgeous piece of jewelry, and you feel good in it. And I'm going out. I'm going out in this dress.
mhm,
I'm showing up and I'm rocking it. And hey, you know, um, so it's something that we have to do for ourselves. Now, with that said, it takes prep work
mhm.
to be comfortable. It takes a deep breath saying, you know what, this is who I am, this is where I am, this is my body, she's beautiful, she got me this far. My
Right.
body's been hanging around with me for 64 years. Are you kidding me? I'm hanging on to her. I'm
Yes.
hanging on to
Yeah.
her. And and Lisa says it was liberating.
Yes.
It was liberating. And
And that was part of what I didn't mean to interrupt you, I'm sorry.
okay, no,
That
that's fine.
was part of when I started blogging, because in the past, I have downplayed my body. I've worn a lot of black and, the black is gonna make you look thinner or, whatever that looks like. And,
How much
then
thinner can we look?
when
That's what I
I what's that?
how much thinner can we look?
Well, it's in our mind, and it's what the world tells us, right? "Oh, you gotta
No,
wear
it's a
dark
riot.
clothes,
It's
you
a
have
hoot.
a little smaller." But, I just decided that I found a lady, a friend of mine locally here, and she brought clothes to my house one day, and I said, "Push me out of my limit." And I'm an artist and I love colors. And so I started buying clothes that are my colors that I love to wear. And it does change your mindset, because we deserve to be able to wear pretty clothes. I didn't like that, growing up. You would see a lot of the ladies in the just the straight dresses, and I just said, no, I don't want to do that. I mean, there's some beautiful straight dresses, but I just wanted to wear something that maybe accentuated some of my curves, and wear the bright colors, and just be there in confidence. Even and another thing I like to say is, faith it till you make it. I don't like to fake anything, so faith it till I make it. So practice, go buy some cute clothes now, and start feeling comfortable in your own skin. I mean, going to Aldi and wearing, I bought a whole bunch of, what do you call those things? Leggings, but I got them from a store that were, for my size, and some cute shirts. And it was really out of my comfort zone, really, really, really out of my comfort zone. But I did it because I had to embrace and love on my legs and be like, okay, I'm kind of sporty. I'm kind of sassy today. And, it's okay. You look around and you see larger women all the time that are rocking their outfits. So why not us?
Right.
Why
Right.
not?
Oh my
Is that
gosh.
a law?
I saw a lady in hot pink. I want to say they aren't tights, they're leggings, at the Balloon Fest last week.
Mm.
And I I spun, and I mean, this woman, she had it go
Oh,
in from the waist to her ankles. That girl had it going on,
no.
right? And and it was like, and her top was short as well. And there was a man walking next to her with his hand right on top of that shelf. Just just and I was like, "Damn.
He was proud of her.
Oh, baby." That was a big old heart shape. I went, "I
Yeah.
want that. I want that hand resting on my waist." And I thought, "There you go." She was, and I'll tell you, she had it going on, and they were bright, hot pink leggings, gorgeous. And I wanted to run up to her and spin her around on the dance. Well, it wasn't a dance floor. We had dance grass, right? We had a dance party out under the hot air balloons. I wanted to just spin her around, but he had too tight of a hold on her.
Mm,
Anyway, and she was probably my age, easily, in her
mhm,
60s.
mhm,
But you wouldn't have thought she had any qualms. Now she might have been nervous as all heck
mhm. On the
inside, but
inside.
you could.
Yeah. You just have to be confident and try it out, keep going.
Yeah, yeah. And so anyway, Tamara, I'm so glad we've been on this show for over 30 minutes, 35 minutes almost. So glad that you are going to be live with our audience every Tuesday night, um, at 7 p.m. Eastern. I look forward to, being in the audience and cheering you on, and watching the replays as everybody does here. We get quite a few replay watchers. Um, and I have nothing but the best in my heart for you. I'm so happy for you. And I know that you'll have an amazing audience. All these people are so loving out, and I can only tell you they have loved me, and they're going to love you, and I know they are. I'm very excited for you.
Well, before we go, um, I just want to say that first, thank you for the opportunity. And I have really big shoes to fill. That's without saying.
Yeah, no, actually you do, because I wear a size
Really big
12.
shoes to fill. And just from all of us to you, you are loved
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
You are so valued, and you are so treasured.
Thank you.
And we
And
just
I have
appreciate you and honor you so much.
Thank you. And I have felt that. I have felt that over these years. And I I can tell you that the love of this community doesn't stop at a screen, a device screen.
Mhm.
It comes through.
Mhm.
I have felt it. I have known it and kept it close to me as I went through some hard times.
Mhm.
And that love is the love, it's just a connection. It's this invisible heartstring that comes through, and you will not have anything but love coming at you, Tamara, because that's all I've had coming toward me.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I have felt it and I have known it. So, usually I have my guest sign off their last words, but I have now become your guest.
Oh, so what's your word that will echo through the world tonight?
Oh, you know it. Exactly. That echoes around the world tonight. And I'm going to say, your body hasn't betrayed you,
Mhm.
and you haven't betrayed your body. But once you connect with her, you will find how much you need each other's love.
Mhm.
And the community needs your love. The community needs you.
Absolutely.
Find the love in your heart for yourself and your body, because they need to know that about you.
Mhm.
They need to know that. They need your confidence. They need you as an example of how to love yourself.
Mhm.
I really believe that each one of us loving ourselves makes a difference.
I agree.
So, with that, all you guys out there, give Tamara lots of love as I step away. Okay, he looks like this, and sometimes it looks
My
like this.
trembling hands. My hands tremble all the time, by the way. I'm not overly nervous. I just have a tremble.
My mouth goes all the time. It is because I'm overly nervous. Anyway, everyone who's out there, love you so much,
I love you.
and my love is to you too. Talk to you soon.